Well, hello and welcome to the Points of Interest podcast. This is the most generic podcast on the internet. My name is Josh Hawks. I am the 303 Ninja. And right over there, he is my podcasting partner for life. He is the other guy. It's Mr. Francis Fernandez.
It's your boys.
It's your boys, Josh Francis.
Oh man!
God, you glad we grew out of that phase?
We just did it for a joke. We knew it was a joke.
Well, yeah, but it was a phase for a whole weekend.
Yeah. I'm glad we never adopted the whole thing. I never understood it anyway. I'm happy to hear. I'm happy to see because You were talking pre-show about like watching YouTube videos. At least my experience, there's fewer and fewer people doing the "it's your boy" thing. Like, fewer and fewer people. I think that's dying down. There's still a couple who do it, but it's not as much as like every other video.
Well,
it's your boy.
Maybe we would be more popular if we had like several cameras and a switchboard, and every third or fourth word we can look at another camera.
The TriCaster. It's funny because there's this one YouTuber I watch. He's a gaming YouTuber, so he just talks about gaming news. And to emphasize, so he'll change the camera every once in a while to emphasize something. He's like, well, and then he'll just have one that like zooms in on his face. I think it's the same camera, but he has like the little whatever the board.
Yeah.
And he just presses.
You can do like a quick, like a what do they call that? A rack zoom or something like that.
Whatever it is, I mean it's effective because it's like, oh, okay, but it's definitely to keep the attention of people who are watching.
Like, I would love a second camera just for one-liners, winky type of things. That would be fun.
What I would, for me, yeah, I 100%. I think, and I would take it. I would do. So what I would do is, if I had a second camera, so I would never look at this camera. Actually, I don't usually. I look down or whatever, right? Because I'm looking at the screen.
Sure.
But I would take a second camera to break the fourth wall and be like, and that's what he said or whatever.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like total 80s, type of sitcom fourth wall break.
Time out and then do a Zach Morris.
And there's this me just.
It's true because that's what they did, right? They froze in place in Saved by the Bell.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. They didn't have the technology back then to, green screen Zach in or something.
Did they do that in the college years when they went to the college years? I don't know if they did time freezes.
I don't know because I kind of gave up after they went to Hawaii.
They went to Hawaii. Yes, there was the whole Hawaii episode. Like it was a movie.
It was a movie, mini movie, TV movie. I think I gave up after that.
It was pretty bad. And then they did the.
And I saw them all in bikinis, so I was pretty satisfied.
That's true. It's true.
I was like, okay, pretty much what I thought. Nice.
Where are they now, though? Where are they now?
I don't know.
Mark Paul Gosselaar is the only one. Oh no, and
Slater.
Slater, yeah, AC Slater. He was a part of one of those Hollywood tabloid shows. Like he was like the host, and then Mark Paul Gosselaar was doing like series TV, for a while. He did like NYPD Blue, and he did like a couple of lawyer shows and stuff. So,
Screech was in a couple porns.
He was in Celebrity Boxing. He celebrity boxed.
Oh, did he?
I think.
Okay.
I think he celebrity boxed Andy
Warhol
and Andy Dick.
Oh.
I think
that would have been an interesting fight.
Yeah, I think it's not Andy Warhol. I think Andy Warhol.
That would have been fun too.
Yeah, I think so. I think actually, I don't even think. Oh boy, I'm gonna feel not terrible, but like, yeah, he did. Okay, so yeah, he did die in a few years ago.
A couple years ago.
Yeah, that's that. But he was like kind of out there by that point, where he was picking fights and like he got kicked out of a radio station because he just Like, it was pretty bad. It was just all over the place. So
I'm not really sure. Celebrity is for children.
it is for some. I mean,
Maybe.
I think of like the Harry Potter cast, and they're all fine, and they started as like 10-year-olds. Our Paul Gosselaar started younger than any of the other cast of Saved by the Bell because he was in Good Morning Miss Bliss.
Yeah, he was in the pilot, wasn't he?
Yeah, he had a season of that pilot that was like.
Was it a season?
The star was.
I thought it was
a season.
I thought it was just one episode that it was Saved by the Bell.
No, I'm pretty sure it was at least one season.
Okay.
It was 13 episodes.
Oh, okay, yeah, well, I mean, for the 80s, that was half a season.
Half a season, right? But yeah, Haley Mills was like the big get for that show. Like, it's Haley Mills. It's a Freaky Friday. No, not Freaky Friday. It's the one where there were twins and they switched parents. Oh, Parent Trap. They're in the Parent Trap.
Oh. Another problem child?
No, that's Macaulay Culkin. Isn't it?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Clearly didn't watch it.
He played the devil's son in a movie. I remember that, and he kept killing everybody.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Kevin McAllister grew up, I guess.
He's freaking married to like this one Asian actress from a Disney show, and I'm like, good for you, man. Like, you've married up, dude. Like, wow. But yeah.
Yeah. Well, speaking of Disney, it's not really Disney. It's kind of like Disney. It's Disney for movies and TV shows.
We're talking about Lilo and Stitch.
No, Universal Florida.
Oh, Universal Florida.
I was trying to rack Francis' brain before, but the Epic Universe section of Universal Florida opened up a couple weekends ago, last weekend.
Fairly recent, yeah.
Recently, and I guess it houses Harry Potter, Nintendo Land, maybe some other things.
Nintendo Land is there.
The video, the one video that got circulated around the internets recently was of the opening, and it was, well, I'll tell you the ironic, funny part at the end, but it's video of nothing but adults running like children.
Yes.
As they gain entry into the land. The funny, ironic part is that it was an adult filming it.
Yes. Well, okay. Yes. I saw this online, and I'm like, oh, good for them. I don't understand, because I never get excited about anything that much where I'm jumping around and running something. Like, I'm never that excited about anything.
Sure.
So it's kind of fun. Yeah, it's kind of fun to see a bunch of, like, people who can afford a trip to Florida and people who can afford a freaking, however much it costs to go into Universal Studios. And do this thing on opening day, right? It was like on a Thursday or like a Tuesday or something. It's like in the middle of the week. Kids are in school, so you're not going to see kids there, right? To this thing. But yeah, it's a bunch of adults doing it. And I don't know. I'm curious what you think, because I'm like, okay. I think it's fun that like adults can have stuff that they can be excited about. Again, I'm not that excited about any. I have excited about ever.
Sure. I think we kind of share that in life. Like, it takes a lot to get us like, oh shit, wow, I'm excited.
Exactly.
Yeah,
like I don't get that.
It's not that neither one of us lack emotion. It's just it takes a lot to flip our skirts up.
Yeah, like there's no celebrity that gets me that excited. Again, there was one, and he's dead, right? I think Robin Williams would have gotten me that excited to meet Robin Williams.
Oh, sure.
I would have been that excited. But that's it. Like one guy. Everyone else, whatever. Like, it's fine. we for like what for 3 years. For 3 years we were the podcast of a convention, and we got to interview more or less anyone we wanted for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
put on stage with people.
Yeah, on stage, we got to interact with them. Pretty much anyone that wasn't already taken by somebody else. You know how it goes. But yeah, no, never once was like, I need to, oh my God, I'm with this person. Oh, like, like freaking out or anything.
Mm-hmm.
Never once have I felt that way. But these guys they're at Epic Universe. They're all excited. They're running in. And most of the comments were like, gross. Adult children are the worst. I'm like, yeah, I guess. But,
I mean,
like,
there was no freeze frame or interview in the video that was there. It's just people running by. But a lot of them look to be early to maybe mid to late 20s. Which
mid to late 20s, early 30s, sure.
Yeah, which would make sense for everybody that grew up with Harry Potter. It's kind of in line. Nintendo, for sure. Mm-hmm. Florida, that makes sense too. I've never been. But, yeah, I mean, it was, from my point of view, it is weird to not see any kids there, not knowing the context of when it opened. Opens in the middle of the week, you still expect to see some kids, but
there were a couple but they were like there for like a millisecond, so it's easy to miss.
But the majority of the people in the frame are definitely adults of some varying age.
Yeah.
I too don't get terribly excited. I get nervous, but not excited. But I collect toys. I'm 47 years old.
Yeah.
Like, I've never been this age before. I don't know how you're supposed to act.
Well, here's the one.
And growing up, I saw 40-something-year-old people around me, and I'm like, God damn, they're old.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to be old until I'm old. And even then, I'm not. I want to remain this smart-ass, goofy person.
There's this guy who is easily in his 70s, I'm guessing. Like, he's an older gentleman. But he posts on YouTube clips of him playing Battlefield.
Yes, I've seen that.
Have you seen that?
I've seen that, yes.
Yeah, and this older guy he went to the Vietnam War, so he's an older gentleman who's actually been to war. He's an actual soldier. But he gets a kick. He laughs every single time he just nails somebody from a distance. He's a sniper rifle guy. It's a first-person shooter. He just gets the giddiest laugh and has the most fun just taking out these kids who think they're better than him. Mm-hmm. And it's a joy to watch. Like, I love watching it just because it's like really funny to see him. Like, he actually aims, he like measures the height and everything. It's like, okay, it's like this, okay, all right, boom. And then he gets a little notification, like headshot, blah, blah. He's just laughing and laughing. And I'm like, yeah, good job, guy. Like, I get such a kick out of that. I really enjoy it. So, I mean, I feel like it's cool. You're allowed to get old and still love things that are fun to you.
I think there was some sort of cultural shift that happened, sometime in our lifetimes that we weren't aware of, where, it's okay to still like the things that you liked as a kid. I think it's just the Gen X people. No, not really. Yeah, maybe so. Yeah. I think maybe so. Go on.
You're Gen X.
Oh yeah, I know, but I'm just saying, like, I look at the people around me, my friends, my immediate friends, and I don't mean it in a bad way, but a lot of them are adults.
Yeah.
Like real adults. Yes, everybody's goofy, everybody has a good time, and whatnot, but they're all adults.
Right.
It's just I am definitely I'm the second oldest in my friends group, but I am the youngest mentally, by far.
Which
in development, and just like socially development stage, I'm definitely the youngest.
And there's this movement, I think, this old kind of mentality where, like, when you turn a certain age, after the age of 30, you have to be a quote-unquote adult. So in other words, it's taxes, it's mowing the lawn, it's, fixing the refrigerator, whatever those things are.
Mm-hmm.
You're not supposed to be able to enjoy yourself, right? Unless it's a sports game or something, right? The only time I've ever seen the same excitement that I did for Epic Universe was at a freaking, like, any sport, name a sports team out there. They have fans exactly like that, where they get crazy excited when their team wins. As a matter of fact, here's the Lakers, right? If the Lakers win a ring, if they win the finals, half of LA's trashed.
Well, I mean that is tradition. Your sports ball team wins the championship event, and you go and destroy the city.
You destroy the city. I think it happened in Colorado. I'm sure Denver's destroyed.
I've been at 2 of them.
Yeah, see?
I won't get into details of how deep I was, but I was there.
But you witnessed.
Statute of limitations hasn't run out yet, I don't think.
And hypothetically participated in it, I guess. Like,
yeah. A level of participation. The level of participation is up for question.
So, like, I don't see what the difference is between trashing a city because your team wins versus jumping up and down and running when you go to a new theme park that opens.
I mean, adults of varying age flip the fuck out when they go to a concert. Everybody rushes to get to the rail. Everybody wants to be on the rail. Yeah, I've been to stadium shows of heavy metal. Nothing but heavy metal. Same thing. Gates open, people run. Full sprint. Faster than football players. Running 100-yard, running the entire field just to be on the rail.
Which, great, I guess?
I mean...
I don't know what the benefit is other than you get there. Right?
Yeah, you might get spit on. Sweated on or something. You have easy access, I guess, in case you pass out. They could just, drag you over the rail and, get you some help.
Yeah. It's not like a boy band where back in the day they would faint and, like, swoon at the guys. That's a little bit different. But, I mean, yeah, concerts, everyone's rushing to go to we gotta go see whoever
it is. If it's mostly a GA situation, people run to the front. You never see anybody like run to the middle of the thing and be like, "Yep, this is where I'm gonna stay. It's empty in here, but I'm gonna stay right here."
So I guess the question I have is behind with everything we've just said is like, I wonder what the expectation is of those people who are like, "Ugh, I hate seeing adults having fun." Well, not just acting like children, which. Okay, I guess, right? They're sort of. I think they're more acting like children when they trash a city when their team wins.
Yeah.
It's more like and running towards a thing, like, oh yeah, I'm excited to see a thing. Like, okay, that's less. I feel like that's less childish.
I mean, if you're an adult and you're running towards something and you kick 6 or 7 kids on the way to the thing so you could be first, I mean, there's a problem there.
Oh sure. These are other adults.
But at the same time, their legs can't keep up. So, I mean, if you get there first before them, I mean, run faster, little kid. But
I guess my only question to them is, what level, like, what are you, like, what is the expectation? Like, what are these people...
What are you allowed to like? What are you allowed to not like? Basically. Exactly. Like, society-wise, is it... So, where's the line? Where's the line?
Same thing with like Disney. They call them Disney adults. I mean that's the
Disnerds?
The phrasing. No, Disnerds are just people any age who are related to Disney. They're given a pass. It's the Disney adults who aren't given a pass, where they go to Disneyland as often as they can, which is a weird. Okay, that's a little weird. Even though I was that person for a while, but I did it because. And like I would go for like 20 minutes to eat there because I had an annual pass. So I'm like, I'm feeling like a corn dog today. I'm right by Disneyland.
Why not?
I'm right there. Yeah. I'm like, I'm not gonna go there to ride all the rides or wear the hats. I never bought a hat. Like I don't have any of the hats or anything.
You don't have a Mickey hat?
Like
an ear hat?
Mickey hat.
Wow.
I've been for years, and again I had an annual pass for at least 2 or 3 of those years. Never bought a hat. Never got a popcorn bucket. Never got anything that's like over the top, right? The only time I ever bought merchandise. I don't buy merch. the only time I bought merchandise was at Tokyo Disney for obvious reasons, right? Because I'm in Tokyo. Of course, I'm gonna buy Tokyo Disney stuff because it's Tokyo. I don't know when I'm gonna be back, so I was a Disner in that sense, where I'm like, okay, I'll go and I'll hang out and like eat food and then leave.
Makes sense. Stay for the fireworks, maybe.
Stay for fireworks, maybe. So just go for a show, yeah. You know, watch when they used to have actors who used to do the lightsaber thing, and at like Tomorrowland, they used to have a Darth Vader who would teach students, little kids how to use the lightsaber, and it's always fun because it's just like they would also, you know, it was just funny to watch. It's just fun to watch it. Like,
I think I've seen clips of that where like, you know, somebody was supposed to. It was doing like Jedi training, but the little kid bowed in front of Darth Vader.
Yes.
Yeah.
So there's a little girl. It's a very popular clip where she submits to Darth Vader, and all the lines are pre-recorded because it's in James Earl Jones' voice, so he has no lines to give to this kid who's like, you know, who just kneels in front of Darth Vader with their lightsaber. I'm yours to command, or whatever she said. It's like, oh, that's really funny.
That's cute.
Sorry, I'm like, sorry, Darth, you don't have lines for that.
Right. Somebody hit pause quick before it just starts speaking again.
Sadly, Disney got rid of all those little quirky like events like that.
Well, the Star Wars land, those are all pre-recorded lines that somehow they activate through hand gestures or touching their gun in certain places.
For the stormtroopers and for the stormtroopers and Darth, not Darth, Kylo Ren. They're the ones with the pre-recorded. Everyone else is out of costumes. They can talk normally. Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know. I just had to irk me that like people were like yucking the yum of people who are just like there for a good time. You know, they just went to Epic Universe time. They just wanted to see stuff for the first time. I guarantee the second time they go, the third time they go, they're not gonna be that excited. They just did the one time. They're super excited for one thing because it's the first day opening.
I mean, so I see people run at Comic-Con.
That makes sense, though. That one totally makes sense.
I mean, depending on what it's for. I mean, if you're running in line to, you know, because somebody's only signing for one day, and you're really sure, I can understand that. To an extent. I'm not into running unless, you know, someone's chasing me with something that I can't defend myself against.
There's nothing I need enough to sprint into a hall, you know, into the vendor hall or anything that important.
Yeah. That
I just could care. But they do, because like there's limited edition like San Diego Comic-Con only things where you can only get it at that year.
I mean, and to be fair, I had to rush in to San Diego Comic-Con one year to get our buddy Jay.
It wasn't even for you.
It wasn't even for me. Yeah, I was doing a favor for somebody to get a Fizgit puppet.
Yes.
And the only one they had was the one that they had opened and displayed all weekend. And I'm like, hey, discounted price, I'm taking it.
I get that. Or if they're going in line for, I mean, maybe, I guess, if they're trying to get in.
But I didn't run. I mean, I hot-footed it.
Sure.
But, I didn't.
Again, there's nothing to run for.
Nothing. Yeah, exactly. I can't think of anything I've run for to be that excited to get.
Yeah, I'll do a nice little.
Like I said, I'll hot-foot it. Holy shit, we're gonna miss the train or the boat or something. Let's speed it up. I'm like James May from Top Gear. I won't run on TV.
I didn't mean to take up so much of the show's time.
No, it's fine.
One thing.
No, that's fine. It doesn't matter. But speaking of Comic-Cons, Francis. Fan Expo, I was trying to think of something witty to say and I can't think of anything. Fan Expo Denver they teased all this past weekend about a huge announcement. The teases really didn't lead to any speculation as to who it could be. They usually they're pretty good about like dropping little hints, and maybe I just didn't see them, but that could be because of who it is. But they announced, I think it was this morning, that John Cena, the wrestler John Cena, and part-time actor John Cena, is coming to Fan Expo Denver.
Oh, that's nice. I like
that. My little joke I said on the Facebooks this morning was normally you can't see him, but you can at Fan Expo Denver.
Hold on, I need to find that so I can repost it.
Okay. Yeah, I did it this morning or whenever.
Did you do it under points of interest or under your name?
Under the points of interest.
That's funny.
Now, going off of what we just talked about, am I going to run to go? No. If I see that the line isn't too long and the prices are decent, maybe. Because I enjoy meeting wrestlers. I don't care who they wrestle for. It's fun to meet wrestlers. What?
Is he doing a panel?
I don't know. It's too early still, but he's going to be there.
I was going to say, if he does a panel, maybe he can moderate.
Unfortunately, my contact is not within the celebrity side of things. My contact is on the comic book side of things. So, still waiting for my assignments from them too. But no, it'll be cool. Like I said, I enjoy meeting wrestlers. All the ones that I've met so far, I've got to meet for free, or I've drink a beer with at the bar. And, get to ask them a couple questions. So it'll be interesting to have to pay for an interaction. But what's up?
I wonder if you get like a discount or something for working with the convention. Or
Probably not.
I wonder if Well, who was that guy that you would talk to almost every year in San Diego? He like had his own booth and he had a book, and it was this one guy who was like a wrestling dude.
Oh, Headlocked. There's a comic book called Headlocked.
Okay.
And he always had guests. Wrestling guests at his booth that were either helped write stories or were artists in his book. Jerry the King Lawler, very well-known name through decades of wrestling. He's done art for his book. I think he did a couple stories. But yeah, every show, I follow this guy all over the place, and every show he goes to, he's always taking a picture with some other wrestler. And I'm like, I really need to make friends with him.
I was gonna say that's the guy.
We've interviewed him. We've interviewed him at least once. I've talked to him a bunch of times, but it's always kind of.
Well, it's hectic because he has.
It's hectic, and he's gotten in, especially now because now he's hosting panels as well as his booth. So it'd be even harder to talk to him.
You need to be his bestie so that he'd be like, "Oh, John Cena, I know John. You want to meet him?"
Yeah. Yeah, because Ric Flair was at his booth one year, and I went in there trying to gorilla pod, and I got shut down pretty fast, but I tried.
Yeah, I mean but that's why you gotta get good with the guy,
right?
Because he's not a wrestler; he's just the guy who does the comic book.
He just happens to be friends with all of them.
Yeah. So you'd be friends with him, and he'll vouch for you, and you'd be friends with him.
That'd be sweet.
That'd circle of life.
But yeah, I think John Cena would just be an interesting, even if it's a little, 3-4 minute while he signs something, to ask him 1 or 2 questions. I think it'd be cool.
This is John Cena, and you're listening to the podcast.
I mean, you pay celebrities, they'll do whatever you want. They are kind of like monkeys.
Yes.
I always say that, Mike. Hey, can you do a bumper for me if it's at the end of an interview? Do you want me to do it? As like, I'm not going to make you jump through hoops, monkey. Like, if you want to, go ahead. Well, yeah, because you're doing the interview with me. I'm already making you jump, but I'm not going to force you to do it in the character. If you want to, go ahead, but so far nobody had. Well, no. Veronica Taylor did it as Ash.
Oh.
And
where's that? I haven't heard that one.
I have it somewhere. I need to add it to this. I got to add it to this.
Add it to the montage, man. Yeah.
And then David Vincent. He's an anime voice actor. I think he did one as one of his characters that he voiced. And then, and I can't remember this guy's name, but he was in, what's the movie with Batman as a dad?
Batman as a dad?
Yeah, he's not Batman, but it's the Batman actor, and he's a dad.
Adam West?
No. I always want to say Billy Crystal, but that'd be fucking hilarious.
Michael Keaton.
Michael Keaton. And he's taking care of his kids in a movie. And I can't. But one of the kids, this is so fucking convoluted. One of the younger kid in the movie I'm thinking of is a voice actor now.
Okay.
And he did a bumper as one of the characters of Street Fighter that he did a voice of.
Oh, that's fun. Okay, that's cool.
Why can't I think of the name of this movie?
Mr. Mom?
Yes.
Oh.
So one of his two children in that movie is a voice actor now.
Is it Frederick Kohler?
Nope.
No.
The guy's got a very interesting name.
Taliesin Jaffe?
That's it. Taliesin Jaffe.
Taliesin Jaffe?
Yeah.
Oh, he kind of looks like Boy George.
You're not wrong. I got to interview him like 10 years ago.
That's cool.
Yeah.
He's done some anime. He's done some... Yeah, he's done quite a few things.
Yeah.
Good for him. Taliesin Jaffe. Nice.
Yeah. John Cena. It's a Fan Expo Denver. Be cool to run into him.
Yes. Yeah. Again, I'd love it if he did a voice line for you, or he did a bumper for you.
That would be pretty epic, to be honest with you. Because I haven't had a wrestler do a voiceover or a bumper thing yet. Because the one time I had an opportunity, I didn't have my device with me.
Well, you need to add the speedy delivery. What's his face? Mr. Rogers onto the.
I do. David Newell.
Yeah.
I should have done that over the last 3 days of my Memorial Day weekend holiday celebration, but
you're too busy attending things and playing games.
Yes.
You were busy, man. You were busy.
And also just relaxing and decompressing from the stress that is wrestling people on a day-to-day basis. Not like a wrestler, because they're working together.
Yeah, see, look, as my doctor tells me, because I'm forced medical resting.
Right.
You're allowed to rest. You're allowed to rest.
Yes.
Rest, man. Rest up. Get that energy back. You're ready to knock some heads.
Allegedly, yes.
Allegedly, yeah.
But I should have talked about that before. But anyway, let's
talk about it now.
Yeah, we can. So we speaking of people being overly excited about things, including John Cena. I think it was during the pandemic or right before it.
Okay.
Pokemon cards had a huge spike in popularity.
Did.
I think it was during the pandemic. To the point where Target, Walmart, and a bunch of other places ceased selling Pokemon cards because people were just stealing them.
Oh. Like they did? Oh my god.
I'm pretty sure I remember seeing articles about Walmart and Target pulling cards off the shelves because it was ridiculous. Yeah. Well, then, as time goes on, things shift. Now Costco sells Pokemon card gift boxes, I guess. And I saw a video recently of this is all tying together, Francis. This is great. Full-grown ass adults with big ass Costco shopping carts buying 10 gift card packs at a time, with security standing around the pallet of Pokemon gift card boxes, making sure people were only taking their allotted amount. And now we have these vending machines that are in a lot of grocery stores. They might be in Targets and other places. I don't venture out very many places. But they're in grocery stores. They're always sold out, which is hilarious because I see people come in while I'm doing my shopping. And people walk into the store, they walk to the machine, they flip through it. It's a touch screen sort of thing, like a lottery machine. They see it's all sold out and they just turn around and walk away. Or you'll see it getting replenished by some poor schmub that has vultures standing around him. Like, just waiting for him to shut the door and walk away.
Yeah.
That's more dangerous. Loading the Pokemon machine is more dangerous than what I fucking do.
Well, people love... I've been watching... Okay, so look, I've been watching a lot of Pokemon vendor YouTube. People who like to open packs and see how much the cards cost, etc. It's I was gonna say it's become the Beanie Babies of but there was something that happened recently that was like, it's the pop vinyl of 2025.
Sure.
Right. It's a resurgence of something that I'm really surprised got resurged, because it's like, but that Pokemon phone game, the one where I think that brought it back. I think that 100% brought it back.
The Discord took a shit on you. What?
Oh, the
phone game. What?
There's a phone game that lets you play the card game on your phone.
Oh, okay.
I have Pokemon. I forget, but yeah, that one was like, is still really popular. Like, people are spending millions a month. Not one person, but like they're making millions a month for people buying like
digital versions of the cards.
Digital versions of the cards, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, whatever, man. All right, like, I guess. But so I think that's what helped bring that popularity back. And I'm seeing a growing number of YouTubers who are our vendors. Like, they just recently became a vendor. Like, in the past 2 months, they're like, I'm selling cards now. It's like, why?
That's
Why
crazy.
are you doing this?
That's crazy.
It's not surprising that the vending machine that sells you Pokemon cards is like a thing, because they're looking at these YouTube videos where they're like, old packs from 10 years ago, a single unopened pack is $200 to buy. And when it was like $3 if you had bought it when it came out, but now it's $200 because it's so rare, right? And so, and you could potentially find a card worth thousands, sometimes tens of thousands of dollars in your. So people are a little like.
Yeah, but you immediately ruin the value of the card by putting your grimy ass fingers on it. Nobody opens them with gloves.
No, true.
They all open them with their greasy ass fingers, destroying the value immediately.
The kids do, but the adults, again, here's another adult thing where adults are collecting kids trading cards. The adults, though, they don't have gloves, but they have the plastic covers in, the hard cases in already. They're ready to send it off to get graded, see if they got their 10, because a 10 means like this $200 card is like thousands or whatever. Yeah.
I watched. We've mentioned this guy before, L.A. Beast, which is funny because he lives in Pennsylvania. He used to live in L.A., but he bought like a box of Topps baseball cards.
Yes.
From '86, like a sealed box of cards.
Nice.
And his goal for the video was to find this one specific player who the butt of the bat says "fuck you," and it went out like that, and it's a rare card because they saw the mistake and covered it up. So he's like, okay, so that's my goal. I'm gonna try and find this, but he was opposed to the Pokemon card openings that I've seen, where the people are being incredibly vicious and violent with their stacks of cards. He's like opening every pack real carefully and pulling them out. The gum falls out. It's all nasty. He's carefully going through that, and he ended up finding it. And yes, had the sleeve right there, got it great. I think you may have found 2.
Wow.
But yeah, you got to buy. It's. I don't know. Collecting is weird, and what people glom onto and sell out so quickly is odd to me. Like, I'm trying to think back of the card collecting days of my youth, and the only one that was big was Garbage Pail Kids. And that had more hoopla around it because schools wouldn't allow them more than what the cards were actually worth. But they must hold some sort of value somewhere, because most Comic-Cons I go to, I try to get people to sell me a whole box of sealed 80 whatever, 85, 86 for, they want, $900 for it. I'm like, I'll give you 60 for it.
I mean, yeah. But okay, so for instance, Atom Bomb.
Mm-hmm. The most popular of all the GPK cards.
$25,000 at auction.
That is like a grade 10.
Yes. Otherwise, ungraded, it's only $7,000. So, if you get it ungraded, only $7,000.
Hey.
17,000 for Nasty Nick.
I don't know. I mean, they've reused the name so many times, it's hard to remember original Nasty Nick.
And just lastly, just because there's too many of them, 16,000 for Corroded Carl, not graded. So yeah, I can see. It's
crazy. So I mean, I know I'm insulting them when I'm like, I'll give you $60 for it, but I'm hoping maybe one day someone will be like, sure. I don't want to lug this around anymore.
I would, yeah, I guess so. It'd have to be one who doesn't, because I know that some of these vendors are like, I just want to get rid of this card. I know it's worth this amount, but oh my god, no one's gonna buy it. So if you want it for X amount, I'll just give it to you. All right. So there's some people like that. But yeah, Garbage Pail is still popular though. Sorry, Josh, you're gonna have to wait.
It's okay. I have plenty. I have plenty.
You need to trade. You need to bring your own cards there and be like, what can I get for a pack?
These
cards worth.
We do have a few card shows here, but I've never seen Garbage Pail at any of them. They've all been contemporary. Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, which I know isn't necessarily contemporary, but you know what I'm saying. Baseball cards. We've seen some of the Hoff's non-sports booths. That would probably be a spot you could probably do it at.
Yeah.
But not a lot of. Maybe there are a lot of card dealers at Comic-Cons. I just don't really see them. I see the comic book graders.
No, you have to go to a card show.
Yeah, a card. I don't go to a lot of card shows, unless it's a card and toy show. Something else has got to draw me there.
Fortunately, card shows are very separate from Comic-Cons, because they're not going to make a lot of sales at a Comic-Con, because they're the people who are there for very different things.
There was a Retro Mania, I believe was the show, what it was called. I mean, essentially a Comic-Con, but they had a lot of card dealers.
Yeah, for sure. And I have a little, whatever it's called, Frankensons, which is our local convention thing that runs every 3 days out of the week. They have a section for the Comic-Con stuff, and then they have a section for card. So there's always card selling there.
I should go to the swap meet.
I don't ever watch these very often, but I'll see a short. I went to the swap meet. I bought this $20 PlayStation, and I was able to sell it on eBay for $300. I'm like, good for you.
I mean, the swap meet was always a fun place to go to, because there's such an array of different shit there.
Yeah, I love swap meets, man. Sure, it smells a little, and sure, a lot of the stuff that they sell is
stolen,
broken and used, or stolen. Well, if it's brand new, it's stolen.
sometimes the the car stereo they were selling was stolen because it was clearly just ripped out of someone's dashboard. The wires are still connected to it.
Where are the connectors to these wires? Like,
I went to one. I don't want to say trade show, but some sort of event.
Sure.
And they were selling bootleg CDs and cassettes and stolen stereo equipment all over the place, and it was interesting.
Yeah, no, it's interesting. Some of these places you never know, right? Never know.
I mean, I have a pretty good idea. But, if I don't know it's actually stolen, that's not, the karma's not on me.
Yeah.
When I used to run a video game store, these guys brought in a whole plastic bag full of stolen games. I knew they were stolen because they were still wrapped in plastic. I was like, I can't take them while they're still wrapped up. So, they got to be used if I'm going to buy them from you. Wink, wink. They can't be wrapped in plastic. These guys went to their car, ripped them all open,
No.
came back in with the same stack of games, now open, now they're used.
Oh, with the technicalities, I love it.
Yeah, hey, I'll help you fence some stuff, but...
Here's a little money laundering for you. Here you go.
Yeah, I didn't get anything out of it. The store got a whole bunch of brand new games to sell.
That's true. You wouldn't benefit from that at all.
I didn't.
It's not like they're giving you a raise for buying a bunch of games or
No,
whatever.
the only time it benefited me working at a used game store was when you came in with your PlayStation, and I'd pay you for the PlayStation and all the games, and I'd always forget, dink dink, to pay you for your memory cards.
Oh, jeez.
I have a box. I've told you about this box full of knickknacks. There's
Yeah,
like
everyone has
25 or 30 PlayStation memory cards in there.
I mean, not worth much now.
There's like half a gig of PlayStation memory cards in this trinket box of mine.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, because the memory cards were like 16 megabytes.
They're
or something
8
like
or
that.
16, something like that. Yeah.
Oh, that's right. 8 megabytes. You're right. It was 8 or 16. Yeah, depending on which one you wanted. You got the 8 or 16 megabytes.
Yeah.
You couldn't fit anything.
Put
on
the
a megabyte
stickers.
now.
Put the stickers on the memory card. Don't you know, like.
Yeah, you write on the stickers.
You could, or you had you had the Metal Gear stickers or a Street Fighter sticker you could throw on there.
Do you have any clear ones? Because they did sell clear.
I
memory
might
cards.
have a couple clear ones.
Yeah, I love those. Yeah, those are
But all the clear stuff that came out, it didn't time wasn't nice to transparent stuff, especially toys.
Yeah, that's true.
A lot of the clear Dreamcasts that came out, I think officially, they all yellowed, like big time yellowed.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure there's a way to clean that, though. I'm sure there's a way to control that.
There's
all surface stuff.
Yeah, there's a Everbright, I think. I don't remember. There's some sort of, if you watch any of these restoration videos on YouTube, they do this stuff where they take yellowed plastic and they spray some shit on it, leave it out in the sun, and somehow the UV rays clear up the plastic.
Yeah, same thing with like your headlights. When your headlights start misting over, you just spray everything on it.
Yeah, I one day I might own a car that has clear headlights. My car is basically brand new, but already the headlights are starting to fog over.
Why?
It's there's a clear coat.
It's gotta be the weather.
There's a clear coat on the front of your headlights, and places that have to deal with salt and shit like that.
Okay, it's a weather thing. Okay.
It's a weather thing. So yeah, it might be something I do this summer is try and restore them.
Yeah.
Restoring them will be a lot cheaper than buying new ones.
Exactly. Yeah.
Just $700 for a pair of headlights.
Cheap. That's all right.
Yeah, I'll buy the $40 kit and I'll borrow somebody's drill.
Maybe you can find a Pokemon card to sell.
Yeah, well there you go. Or the GPK card.
Yeah, sell your Garbage Pail Kids cards and just make it just a killing.
Then I can eat all the French fries that I want.
Unless they're only if they're from McDonald's, and only if it's one McDonald's. Otherwise, not.
So, okay, I bring this up because Francis mentioned to me that at some point in the history of Disneyland,
Yes.
they sold McDonald's fries. Not burgers, not shakes, not cheeseburgers.
No.
Just the fries. And my argument is that French fries from McDonald's, those aren't French fries. Those are just potato-flavored things shaped like French fries.
Yes.
They're hollow.
I
French fries are not hollow, sir.
They're not hollow. They're just fried so well that like the potato shrinks and like makes holes in the French fry.
French fries are part of every great food triangle pyramid, and McDonald's fries are not on that list or pyramid.
Well, look, I mean,
Here's
the thing though. Disneyland you can only get Disney food.
That is true. I mean, they make a mean corn dog.
They make a mean corn dog. One of my favorite things there is they have a few restaurants that are okay.
Yeah, that Italian joint we went to was okay.
That was at Downtown Disney. Downtown Disney has way better restaurants than inside Disneyland. Because inside Disneyland, it's all Disney. Like Disney owns all the restaurants in there.
Sure.
Except for the Starbucks. I think there's a Starbucks in there, and the once, long-lived McDonald's French fry cart, which was like a covered wagon from like the Frontier days, because I think it was in Frontierland or whatever.
Did they like have food runners, or were they making them there at the cart?
So they had the special oil. Okay. McDonald's admits that this is a particular type of oil that gives its flavor.
Tallow, I think.
Well, apparently it's a secret. They don't tell anybody what's in the oil or whatever, or what's in the seed. Just like the 11 herbs and spices. We don't really know what those things are.
Oh, you can find those on Google.
Yeah, but apparently they're not 100% accurate, like, I guess, but I don't know.
Sure.
Anyway, so for these McDonald's fries, they give you the oil. They give you the special oil to cook there. So you cook the fries there. And it was one of the places that usually had the longest line, because it was the only place you can get non-Disney food that wasn't like, I don't know, like a bowl of chili or something from New Orleans Square, like, not a sit-down restaurant where you have to eat like a fried chicken or whatever. So I don't know. I reminisce about it. I had fun. And like there was the McDonald's, the one place in all of Disney where you can get something that wasn't Disney, and I thought I miss that a little bit. I don't know if I'd want it back, but I miss it.
I guess it's not really the only thing I kind of equate it to here. When the lady and I are leaving Red Rocks, the amphitheater, the concert place, and we're coming down the stairs, and at the bottom of the stairs is a Chick-fil-A booth, and they're selling what I can only imagine are lukewarm fries and slowly deteriorating chicken sandwiches, because they're not making them there. They just got like heat bags. And like,
sad.
And fries are only fries for about 5 minutes, and then they turn back into potatoes.
You're not wrong.
So like every time we're leaving, we're just like, oh, some sad drunk person is gonna get them some lukewarm fries and a chicken sandwich to end their night. It's just
you've only purchased it once and never purchased anything there again, right?
I've never no, because they're gonna upcharge you because they're there after hours, right? Because Chick-fil-A goes to sleep at 9 o'clock or whenever the hell they close. Concerts are getting out at midnight, after midnight, on a Saturday, and it's after midnight. So did they close up shop at midnight? I don't know, but yeah, I'm not. Like there's restaurants that have little booths at the Red Rocks. You can go like to. I think you got a Cane's there now or something like that. in like some burrito joint or something, so you can get like, you know, quote unquote real food.
Right.
But yeah, I'm not taking a chicken sandwich that's been sitting in a heat bag for who knows how long. Mm-hmm. I would much rather eat McDonald's fries. At least they are fresh.
I guess so. Yeah.
Okay. Not really a fan of McDonald's, if you can't tell.
So I was telling Josh, like, oh, these are my favorite, like my favorite fries from like Smash Burger, or was it Smash Burger? Anyway, or I like the Chick-fil-A fries. But there's this one place called Freddy's. Mm-hmm. That there's only 2 locations in all of Los Angeles,
which is crazy because they're everywhere here.
Yeah. So Freddy's, frozen custard, and steak burgers, 2 places, and I have to drive for 2 hours to get to both. Like they're 2 hours away from me.
I mean, they're basically before we got In-N-Out, that was our In-N-Out.
Well, I like their burgers. I think they're great, but I love their fries. I remember eating their fries. I'm like,
there's just shoestring fries.
I like the shoestring fries. They're really good. I forgot about that until I'm like, I know there's a place, and it's Freddy's. I love Freddy's fries. They're like really good. So those are the other places.
Well, when you come out and visit, Francis, there's one across the street from my house. we could walk to it.
Oh, and I was thinking Shake Shack, not Smash Burger. Shake Shack is.
Okay, well, Shake Shack. Okay, we got to drive to that, but.
Yeah. Oh no, don't worry. I mean, there's Shake Shacks near me, but like, yeah. But Freddy's, yeah. It's like, why did you put them in the middle of nowhere? Could you have put them like where people are? They're both in places where there's no people.
They're like, both in places where there is no In-N-Out.
Yeah, but you only have like what? Well, now we learned you have like 6 In-N-Outs or something. You have, like,
no, what I'm saying for you, that's why they're not in the middle of nowhere, because they're basically In-N-Out.
Yeah, it's so dumb.
They smash their already tiny burgers. So they're just like crusty. They're just little crusty meat flavored things. They're delicious. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But yeah, they are some
crispy
burgers.
Anyway.
But it's good. It's good stuff.
Yeah.
You know what's funny, Francis? Speaking of food stuff.
Yes.
I and a whole bunch of other people in Denver begged for In-N-Out for years. And now it's here, and I've been like twice.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little different because, again, you only have like... like
3...
half a dozen?
Yeah, 3 or 4. But, like, there's only 2 that are within reasonable driving distance.
I have, like, 4 within driving distance of me. Like, I have 2 men. I have a ton. So it's a little different for me. I actually have 2 within, like, a mile one way and another mile the other way. So I have 2 just a mile away.
I mean,
so for me, it's a little different.
For a mile, you can come home and eat In-N-Out.
Yeah, exactly.
In a mile.
Yeah, totally.
I don't have that option at either location. I'm eating in the parking lot.
No, I understand. Yeah. See, that's what sucks. But they'll grow, and then I'm sure a year or 2, you're going to have, like, one right outside your door.
That'd be fun. That'd be great.
Yeah, just like, I'm going to walk across the street to In-N-Out. You want anything?
Yeah, exactly.
just walk across the street.
But it would be nice to, have one close enough that I could bring it home and eat, because it doesn't last very long.
Yeah.
You have to eat it in the car. But it would be nice to bring it home and I could eat my burger while I peruse magazines from yesteryear. I signed up for this Kickstarter, Francis, for Electronic Gaming Monthly. It's a magazine that covered games monthly. No giggle, no nothing on that, huh? Okay.
Well, I mean, they kind of give it away in their title.
Yeah, I know. I was trying to be a smart ass, but they ceased printed publication. I want to say in 2012.
2014. I just looked it
up.
That's why
I was close. I was close.
I didn't react quickly to your joke because I was looking up when the last.
Gotcha. Well, I was close. I was close.
Yeah.
And I believe the last issue was covering Street Fighter 4.
That's a good question. It doesn't tell me.
Okay. So then after print, they went to a digital version of their magazine, which was, I think the first few were free, and then you needed a subscription after that. And then that didn't work out for them very well either, and they ceased all. I think they kept a website, but everything else was
which
gone.
They haven't updated since last year.
Okay, so shows how much I went to it. But I saw this Kickstarter pop up recently, which, come to find out, apparently it started and closed maybe a year ago.
Yeah.
But what drew me to it is there's a hardcover book, depending on which pledge level you're at, and the book has 300 some odd pages of the stuff that they covered, and that was cool. That was the pledge level that I got at. I had to get to that so I can have access to the not the stretch goals, but like the other stuff they offer you. Okay. And one of the things they offered was the digital collection of all the magazines they put out, print and digital.
I like that a lot. Yeah.
What's that?
I like that a lot.
I do too. I've spent the last 2 days trying to figure out what was the first issue that I purchased.
Okay.
And I have a pretty good idea. I actually have the magazine in a box somewhere at my mom's house.
Oh, nice.
But just kind of going back and reading the articles and what people were excited about in '95. I think the magazine started in '92. So there's I can go back and read about all the 8-bit and 16-bit stuff that people were excited about.
Yeah.
Going through the magazines, you definitely tell they're 90s magazines because there's a lot of full color ads or two-page spreads for an ad for a game.
Yeah.
But
what I loved about the old ads too, just as an aside, was how, especially during the '90s, how sexy they made them. For like some girl in gray would be holding like a Game Boy Advance or something. It's like, really? That's the ad you're gonna use? Okay.
Just a girl in a jacuzzi in a bikini.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's for Super Mario World 2.
Yeah, exactly.
Didn't you know it's right there on the back of the cartridge? Can't you see it? But yeah, some of the ads are pretty over the top by today's standards. Probably over the top for them too, really. But it's just kind of fun to go back and look at that stuff.
It is. It is.
Being a huge Street Fighter fan, EGM was also a huge Street Fighter fan. So they always had the big scoops on the newest title coming out. And like I said, I don't really have other ways to explain it or describe it. It's fun to go back and look at and have it for $10. Have that access to the 100+ issues of something. That's pretty awesome.
I hope it comes with those ads, though. I want them to come with those.
Oh, it does.
Because I think
it's one-to-one scans of the entire magazine.
I like that. Yeah, I would do it too. I think I would pledge if they're still giving out that stuff. I would too, because that's awesome nostalgia.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I get the hardcover book, but I get the online access.
Yeah, and maybe if I looked harder, maybe I could have got just the online access. But I like coffee table books too.
Okay, yeah, coffee table is good. Yeah,
even if it is rehashed stuff of the stuff that I have digital access to, it doesn't matter. I can download these magazines and put them on my phone and read them on a plane, or not on a plane, in a plane. Evel can read it on the plane. I always catch myself. But Kickstarter programs are cool sometimes. I haven't been a part of very many. I did one for our buddy Dirk Manning's wrestling comic book.
Right, yeah.
He did another one with another wrestling legend a couple years ago, which I didn't jump on financially. Sure. But yeah, I think it's a cool cool little way to be a part of something cool that otherwise may not have gotten to be made.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I need to jump on one for a toy.
I did one for a video game that hasn't been released. It just finished last year, but it's supposed to be releasing sometime this year. So hopefully that works out. I mean, I'm looking forward to that. But yeah, I think there's only one Kickstarter, which never got made, that I never got refunded for because it was like years later, which is unfortunately like Kickstarters. Like, you can contribute, but they don't. I mean, if they keep promising they'll make it, they never do. Like, there's no recourse.
No, we're still working on it.
Yeah, so there was this. I bought a treasure chest from this place, $100 for a fancy treasure chest with like velvet lining, and they're like, "Yeah, we're gonna make it for you, totally. Yeah, hey, here's the first batch." So they did make a first batch that went out, so they fulfilled the order. And the problem is they didn't fulfill anything after that. The first batch made it out, but all the other batches didn't. So I followed it for like 6 years because they kept giving updates at least once a year saying, "Oh, we're leaving this part, we're leaving this part." I'm like, I just want my thing. I paid you $100. Just let me have it. And then one day they just stopped giving updates, and they never gave an update since. So.
There was, I guess it was probably before Kickstarter, maybe it was some other kind of platform, but there was a podcast, the hoodie that I always used to wear, the Geek Out Loud.
Yes.
That was a podcast, and he took payments. I can't remember. I really don't. It may have been through a platform, or maybe it was just through him contacting him through email. But it was taking forever to get the hoodies in, and he said he got a batch in, but they had a mistake in them, and I was like, "Hey man, I'll take one of the mistake ones. Like I just want the hoodie. So the hoodie that I got, there was nothing wrong with it. The colors were fine, the print was fine. The only thing that was wrong with it was, they got the fucking stupid drawstring in the hoodies, in the hood. Well, the grommet on one side was on the inside, while the other one was on the out. Not.
I know what you mean. Not
on the inside of the hoodie, but on the inside portion of the hood. Yeah. Was the grommet. It should have been on the outside, or vice versa. Doesn't matter. And I think the guy got a little frustrated with me because I kept emailing him like, "Where the fuck is this? I'll take this. I'll take one of the fucked up ones, So yeah, the hoodie I had was an error. But I didn't care. I wore the shit out of it.
Good.
He should be happy. Actually, he got $20 worth of the $20 purchase of 15 years of wearing his hoodie.
But I thought you said it doesn't exist anymore.
It's still. I don't think he's the host of it anymore. I think he's like a guest. I think he lets other people geek out loud now.
Good for him.
Yeah. But yeah, support a Kickstarter, I guess. If it looks cool, why not?
Yeah. Why not? Exactly. Why not?
I mean, fuck, it'd be really cool if, we had some sort of dream of something we wanted to make, and people were like, "Hell yeah, that's awesome. Here's some money."
I mean, I every time all of the anthology Kickstarter.
Discord just shit on you again.
I was just saying all the anthologies that I was a part of, technically, I mean, they were Kickstarter, but technically they were my Kickstarter. Like, I was part of it, right? Like, those are my quote-unquote Kickstarters, even though I didn't set it up or anything,
No, you're just a contributing person.
Yeah. So, I mean, I have experience
with best character and best story.
With a bunch of other people. It wasn't just me. It was me and a bunch.
I don't know them.
Yeah.
You specifically won best character.
Okay, well, I'll take that. Yeah. So technically, yeah, I've had that. had that Kickstarter stuff go out, so that's nice. That's cool. I'll take it.
That is cool. I've not been a part of anything like that. Nobody's used my voice as a narrator for a pledge, to get people to give the project money.
Well, I think you need to know now's the you need to team up with a wrestler and or someone from Fan Expo and be a part of their Kickstarter. Be the voice of their Kickstarter.
Be the voice of Fan X.
Well, ideally
sweet.
You're the voice of Fan X.
That'd be pretty sweet.
You're the guy in all the YouTube videos, YouTube ads.
Yeah. I last year I think I got cold feet about asking them about how I can be more a part of their organization, but I think this year is the year to
say, hey, you got to do it this year.
Step up to the plate and take the shot.
Yeah, you're the one that came up with what's the worst that they can say, right?
Hey, you can't use my fucking reverse psychology on me. But you're right. The worst thing anybody can ever say to you is no.
Yeah. So, as well.
Yeah. But we won't say No 2 is coming back next week. Unless I'm working. But we're done here this week, I think.
I think so.
I'm looking at the notes. We hit pretty much everything I wanted to talk about. So yeah. But you did mention the book, Francis. Where can people find that book, and maybe you, if they wanted to stalk you a little bit?
Well, if you want to just see what the book is and everything else, you just have to go to one place.
Shit.
Linktree.com/AKA the other guy. It's all there. Social media, the books, everything right there at your fingertips. So go check it out.
I still need to work on that. I wrote it down though. I wrote it down on next week's page, so I'll see it when I go to write notes for next week's show. My shit's everywhere. For now. Soon it'll be in one place, but I'll figure that out soon. But for now, you can go to 303_ninja on the Twitters, 303ninja on the Instagram. Email us at thepoipodcast@gmail.com. Call, voicemail, text 314-764-7631. Spells out POI Pod 1. It's kind of easy to remember, I guess. I think that's all the places you can find us. You can find us back here next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. I wish I had, my aunt. She was married to a gentleman that had a replica of the bust, the William Shakespeare bust from 60s Batman.
That opened up with the red button?
Yes, yeah. It has a switch. He had it switched up to a lamp, but I want one of those. And then, we turn the podcast on and off with it.
I want a bookcase that opens up and I slide in for my intro on a pole.
Yes.
Sit down. Yeah.
When we get our apartment one day, when we.
Yeah, it'd have to be a house because an apartment's not gonna let us just put a random.
I mean, if we get the apartment underneath.
Pole. Yeah, that's true. We'll make it happen.
With all the money that we make from all these ads.
Contribute to our GoFundMe.
The song's ending, Francis. We got to stop bantering.
All right.
We'll be back next week. See you later, guys. Bye.
Bye.
Oh, I got to hit stop on here.